Hello, hello, hello. Need to get some people in here. I just listed this. Hello, hello. Everybody that's here, say hi in the comments. Let me know that you're watching. These pants out of my way, they're listed. Boom, done. I love packaging an item. It's listed, it's got the SKU number, it's done. Throwing it across the room. It brings me so much joy. Just toss it. Done with you. But not really done because then I need to put it in a tote and put it away. But mostly done. I'm not going to lift these capris right now. I just went through a consigners. I have a stack of pants here. Some new with tags. All different kinds. I hate listing pants. Let me know if y'all hate listing pants. I hate it. I don't know why though. Like, it's easy. Once I get going, I like it. I think it's because it requires so much surface space. Like a top or a dress you can put on a hanger or put on a mannequin. It's not a big deal. I can do it pretty much anywhere. I need a whole table in order to do pants. But she had a lot of bright colored ones, like the yellow and red. I know it's bright in here, so it's hard to see. And then she just had bright blue ones. There's a lot of funkiness going on there. It was a good lot. I'm actually going to open up. This is the same consigner. Let me triple check. Yes, same consigner. I always make sure to have it on the outside of each bag, and then I also slip a paper in here as well on the inside, outside and inside, so I don't mix people up. Gotta make sure that. I'm a solids person, but I said she likes colorful and patterned pants. Yes, TGIF. Woo-hoo. Let's see, I got all my rainbow things today because I had my rainy. TGIF. Also learned something about myself. I knew I didn't have a colorful wardrobe. However, I don't even have colorful makeup. Like, I was like, oh, I'll just put like crazy rainbow eyeshadow on. All of my eyeshadow is browns, like earth tones, all of it. So that didn't even work. Let's see here. Some snap capris. Lightweight, perfect for summer. These are just stand skin. Everything she gives me though is like new. Most of it has tags on it. Like this one. This is a Westport. Some capris. I think she just has a shopping problem too. I don't even know. It's just her and her husband. I know her kids are grown because I graduated with them. There's no like grandkids living with her. She brings me so many clothes. I think she just likes to shop. I'm fine with it. Her stuff sells very well. I shipped a couple of her winter jackets out today. Yes, people are still buying winter jackets. Shipped it to California. I don't remember which part, but they're getting snow right now, so in the mountains. These are Maurice's. These are very blue. Oh, I'm not a big fan of pattern stuff. However, I like the little details, like that. This button is cool. That makes me happy. So did everybody have a good week? What's going on? You got any plans this weekend? I've been in a listing party chatting with you guys. I didn't even ask you if we had plans this weekend. We've got some Levi's, 505s. Her stuff, I don't even need to go through her stuff. It's so good, but once in a while I'll find a stain or a rip or something, but for the most part, she's just got good stuff. Nice, reliable consigner. Oh, I'm not big on color, but I like these. What size are these? Too small for me. They're size 10. Michael Kors jeans. I don't like them. Okay. Oh, I can't do those though. They're itchy and they're scratchy. I don't like them. I'm just trying to be colorful. Let's see. Chaps. New with tags. And they are white. Let's hold them up in that sunlight. Make sure that they are all white. They are good. Oh, lots of colors. Oh, Christopher Banks. So like some jeggings. Slimming. So many colors. I love it. But solid colors. I don't think there's any patterns in this one. I was doing like dress pants earlier from her, and there were polka dots, and I haven't listed these ones. Oh, this must be a skirt. There's this Talbot's skirt. You can't tell, but it's purple, like plum, purple and brown. There's another skirt in there that's pink. It has a pattern. Like, this is like one bag, 1.5 bags, because there was already a little pile here. 1.5 bags from one consignor. There's probably 4 more bags at home. Like, she brings me monthly. She's bringing me more clothing. I think she just likes to shop. They're not even all the same. No, they're mostly about the same size range. Like, these are all 10s. And some hot pink. I wish my lighting was better. I apologize. I am house sitting and dog sitting, and this is the one day the sun came out, so I haven't had this problem all week. But the sun came out today, which I am not complaining about. But they have a lot of windows here. We got some dress pants, Maurice's, new with tags. I love it. Size 12. I guess if all my consigners were like this and they were bringing me new with tag items, I probably would like listing pants a little bit more, but I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like clothes. Well, these are like, I don't know what that kind of fabric this is. They're not jeans, but they're just really lightweight. Rayon, cotton, and spandex. Some sort of strange jegging-ish. Not really. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. Maybe that's why I don't like clothes. I never know how to explain them. Oh, it's just fun. Almost done with pants. And then I have some board games that I have sourced recently that I want to go through. One of them I actually got today. Another one was in my husband's truck that I forgot I got the other day and left it in there. So I need to go through them, throw out the boxes, or decide if I'm going to sell them whole. There are a couple actually. I was thinking there's only one, but there are a couple that I might actually list as a whole game, which if you know me, I don't normally do that. But some of them, when they're rare enough, I think the one I picked up today I'm going to sell for, or list for $49 or $50 something. They're nice. So that one I'll probably leave whole because I don't think the pieces will be wanted as much, and it's in really good condition. The dog I'm sitting is outside again because she's so excited that the sun is out. It's a nice skirt. So I hate selling clothes. What's your guys' like favorite clothing brand to find? I don't know anything about clothing brand wise. I mean, I know a little, but I know just like I get it in and I list it. I don't really like go searching for anything when I thrift. I do not generally look at clothing. I might look at men's clothing because I look for like jerseys or plus size hoodies, a lot of sports stuff. But you won't normally find me like flipping through a woman's rack of clothing. I don't even like shopping for myself. So I never know what to look for. And I was thinking this today. I really should be looking more things up when I list it. Like I know like, okay, this is chaps, whatever. It's new with tags. It's not that big a deal. But I got a shawl in one time from a consigner that had just some regular, there was Old Navy, there was whatever in mall brands. And then there was this shawl, new with tags, like a poncho knit shawl. I don't know, it was a huge wrap thing. And I looked it up mostly because I was trying to look for like the style and what people call it, because clearly I don't know if it was a shawl or a wrap or whatever. And it was an Anthropologie brand, and I sold it for like $60, which everything else in there was selling for like $12. So I was thinking that the other day, most brands I look up and they're just like some weird Amazon brand, or there's so many fast fashions now. But I wonder if I'm like missing those random like, good ones, like the Anthropologie ones, or things that people seek. I'm too quick to just, if it's in good condition, I put $19 on it. If it's in great condition or what I think is desirable, it goes $29. And then if it is a lower brand or has a little flaw or something, I will just close that and then put it for like $9 or $12. And I tend to not run a lot of comps. Oh, I just listed a pair like that. So we'll do these next because I can just copy that listing and change it from regular blue to light blue. Yes, not much of a brand person, but love dresses and skirts. I know you love skirts, Sveta, and I love that. I used to be a skirt person, but then like leggings became a thing, and I just want to wear leggings all the time. And in the summer, I wear a lot of shorts because I am like hiking and kayaking and stuff, so I get like super lightweight shorts. I like the ones with the mesh built in. I'm super weird like that, but I love them. I can just like jump in the water and do stuff and then get out and they dry super quick. Sometimes I wear a dress, not very often. I used to be huge on a maxi skirt. I was all about the maxi skirts. This pair is exactly the same as that pair. So I'll list those at the same time, which is the same. Some of these are duplicates, just a different color. I seriously think she just buys stuff one in every color and then cleans out her closet every so often from what she doesn't wear. Oh, these are old school. I feel like when I was in like middle school, so that was like 2001, 2002, I had so many pairs of these like lightweight. These are Lee brand. They were probably Lee brand as well. These capris or pedal pushers or whatever you call them. I say both. I put both in my thing, in my titles. But I had the cargo ones. I don't know why. They weren't flattering. All right. Those are all of Miss Carol's pants that I will be listing later tonight. But I won't bore you with all of those. Come on, Winnie. Good girl. Good girl. Do you want a treat? Okay, sit. Good girl. All right. So today I went to an estate sale. I might try these jeans on. I went to a garage sale and got this pair of jeans for $1. And they're kind of my size. They might be a little big. They're royalty for me. I don't know what that means, but I thought they were cute. They're stretchy. I'm going to try them on. If I don't like them, probably won't. I hate jeans. I don't like wearing pants. If I don't like them, I'll list them. I might look up that brand. It's probably nothing. I'm pretty sure the girl I bought them from also sells on eBay. So, but it's funny when people say you wear dresses every day. I like that. You're also in Texas. It's hotter. I would probably do the same. I feel like when people say they list on eBay, that is like, especially around here, it is such a varying degree of what they mean. Like, she probably puts her kids' hockey equipment on there once a year or something, and that's her version of selling on eBay. And then the estate sale that I went to was put on by a lady that collects a lot of things here, and she tries to have like antique mall style garage sale at her house every year, but we do not have the demographic for that in this area. But now she has convinced a few people that she can run estate sales for them. And we're literally like 4 feet from this lady, and she's talking about a knee surgery she needs or something, and with somebody, and this nice little lady looks up at me and she goes, "Everything is really expensive here. Like, this is crazy." I was like, yes, you are correct. And I heard like 3 more people say that as we walked through the house. But I did find a couple things. So it was 25% off today because this estate sale also ran last weekend. Tomorrow's 50% off, but even at 50% off, there was nothing else there that I'm going to go and buy. I got this old nylon flag. Mostly for nostalgia. I remember my grandma having these. She had them for like all the holidays. She always had a hummingbird one out whenever it wasn't a certain holiday because she was obsessed with hummingbirds. So we had a fondness for hummingbirds. But I saw this one and it was just a cool shape. It says welcome on the bottom. It's quite large. It's still got good color. Like it is faded and has some spots, but it's just old and it's thick. It's still heavy duty. The bird has a little beak on both sides. So it was $4. So I paid $3 for it since everything was on sale. So I will list this. I'm assuming this is something that will sell on Etsy. That's what I'm hoping for. I didn't really look up. I think I Google Lensed it because there was another one there that had a kite. So it had like a cutout diamond in the center and then another kite that you can put in the middle of it. But I couldn't figure out how it was like supposed to hang because it was heavy on the one end. And then when we had it laid out on the floor, my husband and I were looking at it. And so was another lady trying to like figure out like, this doesn't hang right. It was missing a grommet that would like hold the actual kite in the center in place. So it was just flopping everywhere and it was weird. I don't like to have projects. I prefer profits over projects. So I did not get it. I probably could have sewn something on there or done something to fix it, but that was too much work for me. So I just got this one. From the quick search that I found, I didn't see anything quite like it. There were some other vintage ones on there, but hoping I can get some good money for it. Okay. What I really liked, I was telling my husband, I said, I feel like I just like busy town stuff, the busy world of Richard Scarry, because I was raised on it. I was homeschooled for most of elementary school. And I was a hooked on phonics kid. I was a PBS kid. Like there were a lot of programs and shows and stuff that I watched in order to learn. And I distinctly remember a lot of busy town stuff and following along with all these little, like the little snake and the cat. So I get excited when I see stuff like this, and normally it doesn't really sell. I think I actually have a baby quilt that has fabric that I need to list at home that I got recently. This game though is in like new condition. It is a nice box, a little worn on this corner, but that's it. It's very nice. It has 1996 on it, so it's old to me. I did look it up to make sure it had all the pieces because it doesn't, well, I didn't think it said, but then I realized at the bottom of the box has all the instructions and a list of all the pieces. So it does have all the pieces. I will list this all together. Normally I would take out all the little guys, and they're very specific. You can't see it on the camera, but there is a silver like bug on here. So the rest of it's just colored circles. We see those a lot on the little wooden dice, but that little bug is very specific to this brand in this game. Normally I would take these and sell them all separately. However, this game should go for around $50. There were sold comps in the 30s and I believe 40s and of course 20s, and those random people that like start an auction for $10 and then only one person bids. I hate that. I don't even consider those comps. It drives me nuts. But there were some legitimate comps in the 40s. So I'm going to list it for like in the $49 to $55 range plus shipping. And of course that means that it will be higher priced on Poshmark and Etsy. So we'll see. But I thought that was cool. I hardly ever keep games together. Another game that I'm probably going to keep together is yachting. I haven't really looked at this. I took the tape off it. So I got this in a yacht town, a couple hours away from me. Well, about an hour and a half away from me. Winnie, you're fine. It is like Kid Rock puts his super yacht there. I think he has a house down there too. And it's just a super rich and fancy whatever harbor town on Lake Michigan. And so I was in the thrift store there, and I think I paid like $1 for this, maybe $2. I love that thrift store. It's great. And you just find weird stuff that you don't see in a lot of other places in Michigan. I haven't really looked this up. I just scooped it up because somebody else was looking at games. So that's all. The game boxes are weird. They just have to fit the board, and then the rest is just empty space, cardboard. This board is just one piece. They could have perforated it and folded it and made it smaller. So let me make sure I have other instructions. No. Inside. No. Are they on this? Yes. Yachting. Rules of the game. It's one paragraph. Might even be one sentence. Each player is provided with a yacht. These. And spins the indicator. This is a spinner. In turn. He must enter the course. Oh, there are some grammatical issues on this. He must enter the course at the point marked start, obviously, and advance in the direction that the arrows point. It's all over. As many spaces as indicator marks. If a player stops on a spot marked with instructions, he must act accordingly. The one to reach the finish wins first. So basically, whoever can spin the higher numbers first wins. In increments of 1 through 5, or there is a go back 3 spaces. What are these? Tack around island, otherwise steer for buoy number 3. If a player stops here, take a short leg, otherwise tack around the light ship. So there's like shortcuts. Huh. There's only 2 instructions on here. Like that's literally it. So very simple game. Looks brand new. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Yachting. Where's my eBay? Oh, I should probably share the screen so you can look it up with me. I never do that on here. Present, share screen. Okay. So I don't keep my computer on sold comps. Whoops. We should call it a board game. Also, I didn't spell yachting. No, I did. Y-A-C-H-T-I-N-G. Y-A-C-H-T-I-N-G. Okay. Huh. It's not that. I have seen that game before. It's none of these. These look, whoops. I did not mean to click that. They look similar, but they're not the game. They got some good prices on yachting games, though. Oh, I'm clicking all kinds of things. My computer knows that I love Monopoly games. I've actually never seen that one before. Okay. Well, I think yachting games in general look like they do pretty well. So if you see a game about yachting, you should grab it, especially whatever the heck this one is. Parker Brothers Sailing Racing Yacht Race Game. Yacht Race. Okay. Turn solds off just to see if there's any listed. Are there any? A nautical board game for 2 to 4 players is all it says. I don't think it's old. No, 2013, 4 more ideas. No, so it's not old. Just not very common. There is a mermaid on here. Maybe I need to put mermaid in here. Oh, that opened up a whole can of worms there, didn't it? Because there's nothing that matches that. Okay, well, I'll just guess. I'll list it for $49 and we'll go from there. Seems like a great number for something I don't know anything about. Hi, Mom. TGIF. I'm showing off some board games. Yeah, so these two I am going to list high, I guess, and leave them whole. So there's those. Mom, now that you're here, look what I picked up today. This reminded me of Grandma May when she'd have her little yard flags out and her hummingbirds and stuff. I know this is not a hummingbird, but it's a cute little birdhouse one. It's old. And it's got a little, I just love this little beak. So I grabbed that for a couple bucks. There were not great sales today. You did not miss anything. I mean, maybe you went out. Tomorrow is Coast Guard sales here, but we're the first half of the Coast Guard sales, but I'm going to work all day because I need to list more than I need to buy. Let's see, I've got more games. More games. I think the sun's going away. Dun, dun, dun. So I have this ad lib crossword cube game. I need scissors. You good girl. I know I'm ignoring you, aren't I, Minnie? I like to grab games that have the lettered dice. This one gave us a bonus. Oh, this is a cool bonus. Okay, so what is supposed to be in this is the cup, the shaker cup. I sell these separately. They sell. Especially when they sell. Oh, this one has a crack in the bottom. Okay, so I might not sell this separately. I'll probably bunch them together. There is no point in selling these boxes half the time. Almost any game that I get, I don't sell the box. It's just going to cost you more to ship because you have to find a bigger package. And a lot of times people are just trying to replace pieces. So I will sell all of these wooden dice normally separately. And then I'll sell the, it is working. I thought it was gummed up. I will sell the hourglass normally separately, and then the cup separately. Sometimes if it's a less desirable cup or hourglass, or, you know, just cheaper made, I don't really look them up, just cheaper made or whatever, I'll lot them together. I might lot all of these together for this one. It's still going to be cheaper for them because I'm just going to do the first class, you know, like the lower shipping, the ground, instead of having a big bulky box. This game is from the olden days. 19, I think that says 75. 1975. Now, the bonus that was in here is it also has this hourglass, which is wooden on the outside, and it's bigger than the other one, and it's kind of cool. There's no markings on it. I've never seen one like it, though. I wonder if like an end. No, because the hourglass kind of is moving inside of it. But I don't think it's supposed to. I was wondering if maybe an end popped off and you can change the hourglass out, but that's cool. So I will sell this one separately. I sell most of the pieces for $9, $12, sometimes more. I will look up these dice. Like I said, some of the brands of these letter ones, and like these ones have diamonds and certain patterns that are different from like the Scrabble ones, and because I do a lot of like Scrabble Yahtzee and stuff like that, but they sometimes will have different scoring numbers and different patterns to the other games. So I will look them up just to kind of see generally what they're going for. Also to get keywords. I like looking up comps for, I get a lot of satisfaction from just tossing that box. It's going in the recycling. I will look up comps to sort by highest sold price. And even if it's not the pieces, it's just, you know, the game itself, I will grab keywords from there to see, like, clearly if that sold for a lot of money or the most amount of money from recent sales, they're doing something right. Sometimes I look at it and go, how did anybody find your item? It's a terrible title, but for the most part, I can take bits and pieces from it. Oh, good. I'm glad you like this because I'm just rambling. You have a large bag full. Girl, get those listed. I love listing games. Okay, this was another one I bought. I'm just going to cut this bag because it's taped weird. I bought this game when I bought the yachting game. And again, I like just threw it in a thing because there was somebody grabbing a bunch of games. Not a bunch, but there was some competition. I think it sounded like it was somebody that they didn't resell. They like ran a summer camp or something. And I was like, well, there is plenty of games for that summer camp. I want the good ones. So I grabbed anything that looked different, anything out of the norm. So this is called Tessera, Tessera, the Perpetual Puzzle. It has 60 interlocking beetles that form endless designs, which is weird. So they're all just little plastic, colorful, metallic looking beetle, scarab, whatever you would call those. I guess I'm going to have to count them later. Okay, and then there's printouts. It looked like this used to be like a pad that would come with it. Of different designs you can make. It just shows you how to so you can lay them on the lay them on there for a puzzle. Outline puzzle. Use the clues in the outline for each pattern to fill in the whole tiling. Looks easy? Don't be fooled. Allow yourself plenty of time and ample patience. You can make your own outline puzzles to challenge and amaze your family and friends. Slip a piece of paper under a tiling of your own design and carefully trace around the outside of the pattern. So that's cool. So do these each have different legs? They do. So they have different legs. Each color is different pinchers or antennas. It looks like they're all pinchers. They look creepy. So you have to match the leg and antenna pattern on the paper. Okay. Endless amounts of fun. Let's see. Let's see if it's worth anything. Let me share my screen again and we will look it up. Tessera, oh, apparently that's the thing. Tessera is the type of bug from Egypt. Oh, well now I'm in a rabbit hole. Let's see here. There's the game. But there's also tokens and fossils and okay. Well, we want sold. I don't normally run comps on my computer. We want solds and we want a beetle game. $12. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, because we're not done yet though. Let's how do I filter on here or sort? Dun, dun, dun. There's not a lot on here at all. There's a lot of bug stuff though. Sorry for those that don't like bugs. Well, these don't have a very good sell-through rate just from this. Beetlejuice Monopoly. If I ever found a Beetlejuice Monopoly, I don't think I'd get rid of it. I think I would keep that. That's pretty cool. However, nobody plays Monopoly with me except my nephew, which he's great at it. Sometimes he beats me, but I already have like 5 Monopoly games. I guess I don't need more. Okay, well that didn't work. Tessera game. Here we go. Now that that ad's out of the way, we want highest first. Still that. Oh, it's not really a game. Maybe that's why. It's a puzzle. Duh. Here we go. April 7th. That wasn't long ago. So some of these people are just pricing things too low. See what I mean about an auction? One bid. Come on, guys. That's not terrible. If we take this off, how many are listed? Dang! Oh, it's in Japan. I'm like, none of those people are out there. Okay, so people are listing high. And some people aren't. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. There's a lot of games that sell for less. So what I am seeing here, though, is no like replacement parts. Let's just do Beetle. I'm thinking I'm going to part this one out. I thought I was going to sell it complete. However, I think that I'm going to sort these beetles by color. Because there are, I think it said 60 beetles, and it looks like there's 6 different colors. So I think I'm going to list them all individually by color. And I'll just have a list of, oh, there's more than 6 colors. I think I'm just going to do like $7 plus shipping listings of each color. So I'll have several listings out of this. And then people can buy replacement bugs. And not even replacement bugs. Like you could make a whole, giant set of these if you can have a lot of people, a lot of kids playing with them or something. Okay. That's what I'm going to do with that separately. This is a consignment. This one is called Squares. It's a lot of squares. I'm assuming this is like the box game that I play on paper, where you just, each person gets a turn. Yep, this is up to 4 people. Yeah, you just make sides along the whole thing, and whoever actually completes a square gets to put their color inside of it, and that counts as a point, and then you get another turn. It's the same game I play on paper with dots and lines and boxes. My dad used to play it with me when we would go out to eat. He would take me on Fridays to a local place, and we would have all-you-can-eat walleye or whitefish, and whatever their fish fry Friday was. He would pick me up from work and take me over there, and we would flip over the paper placemat, and he would ask the waitress for a pen, or he usually had like a pencil because he worked construction. And we would sit there and play the square game is all I called it, or box game, or I don't know. This says it's up to 4 players, but it only has 2 different colored pieces. Oh, if 4 people play, then they have to play in teams. Okay, so it's teams because there's only 2 colors. So there's this plastic piece. There's the 2 colors, so you can keep track of who gets each square. And then there's the sides, because they would go on like that until you complete a square. And this is from Minnesota, made in Minneapolis. That's pretty cool. Made and printed in the USA. Does not have a year. Patent pending. American Toys, Skunk Mill. Because they made... Oh, it's made by Shaper, who made Cootie, Skunk Mill, Pickin', and okay. Squares. Let's see. Let's see what this comps for. I will probably part this out. I do part almost all the games out, but let's look anyways. I like to look at replacement pieces just to see if other people are selling replacement pieces. I also want to see solds. I don't care what the rest is. Squares game replacement. I'm not using the correct words, but it's literally called Squares. Squares. I don't want to use the word box. That's also a very common word. Squares. I guess vintage will help narrow it down, as much as I hate to use that. Square. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, this is such a wide range. I could use the manufacturer, I suppose. There's the skunk game. Never seen one of those. I've sold some Cootie games that I got from auction. Humpty Dumpty looks fun. These games all look fun. None of them are what I have. Okay, maybe we don't look at sold. Let's see if any. That's almost identical to the one I sold, which was not, if you see this, it was really not a bolo. I think I sold it for about $15 as well. If I kept it in the box and sold it as a set because it was in such great condition. Like the box was a little dusty and kind of beat up kind of thing. Like you could tell it was old, but like everything inside was in its place and it's holdered just like this one. Like it looks great. Mine was immaculate. Looking back, I should have done what I normally do with other board games and ditched the box and just sold the pieces separately because, I mean, granted, the game cost me pennies. I got it in an auction lot, but I feel like I could have sold it faster and better. Okay, here's a couple that are listed the whole game. They say they're from the 50s. Also says they auto-corrected there because it's Shaper, but is it Shaper with an SH? Oh, it is. Or a CH. I mean, I spelled it wrong. So there's a few. Not seeing any replacement pieces, so I will sell the pieces separately. Someone's got to have a game out there, and they want just the pieces. Hopefully. Molly and Libby are going to come back, and they're going to watch us and be like, oh my God, Samantha talked for an hour about board games. See how that goes. You guys have anything else you want me to talk about? But this is what makes me happy. This is what I list. And I didn't think you wanted to watch me list pants. Sit there and measure. Some people do like to see that I use when I list clothing, I use a 4x6 frame so I can just take a dry erase marker and wipe it off. And I just have a quick template, which I share in our Patreon and our Facebook group whenever somebody asks me for it. It's not like a secret. I found it from somebody on YouTube years ago. Don't know who to give them credit to. I apologize. But I just measure everything. And when I'm at home, I have a table that has, one of those measuring tapes right on it. And I just boom, 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 write it all on here, put it on the item of clothing, take a picture, wipe it off, do the next one. And it makes it so quick. And all my measurements are in my photos. That's about the only cool, exciting thing with me listing pants. Otherwise, pants are boring. They're boring. Okay. 2 more games left. Nope. It's not 2 more. I have more. I have a problem. I really like board games. When you get back. Get back. I have more. There's been like 4 garage sales in this town, and I went to all of them. Let's see. So this first one is called Masterpiece, the art auction game. So when it comes to ones like this, first of all, just dirt or dust, okay? I used to, back when you could get the, priority game board boxes and ship in those, I think they were like a large flat. No, they weren't a large flat, right? Maybe they were. I don't know, but I would just you could sell a game or a box with a board in it, and it wasn't so bad. But now it seems like the longer things are, the more expensive they are to ship. So I have been taking all of the boards and setting them aside into this pile of boards because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them yet, especially the longer ones. These ones I can probably list individually like I used to. People like them for crafts. They have certain projects, or if you want to put a cake under it for a birthday party or something, there's things you can do with them. These longer ones are the ones that are a pain to ship. So I thought maybe if I got several of them, I could just lot them up, and then that wouldn't be such a big deal. I do still have some of those game board boxes. We could do a flat rate if we need to. And then that, otherwise it just seems kind of ridiculous for storage purposes and for shipping purposes. But I think somebody on Etsy, if they got a good enough deal, like these cost me pennies, I could send them to them and they could do something cool with them because I'm getting more than enough out of the rest of the pieces. I'll get these down the road. No problem. So I have just been adding them to the pile the last few weeks, and I will get to those. Let's see here. We've got instructions. Got some funky little plastic tokens. I've got some notifications on my phone. Okay. There's an old die. Nothing special about it. It's just old and yellowed. If they don't have like a special side or anything to them, or they're not like a special size, I tend to just put these in a jar at home, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing I do with the board game. I do have friends that ask me like, hey, do you have old dice to go with this game? And so I give people dice. But I think I'm just going to like, sell them by the pound or something for crafters or for whatever, where I'll just put them on eBay and Etsy and say, okay, here's a pound or a half pound or whatever of old vintage dice. I do have plenty of dice listed in my store. I'm not like missing an opportunity there. I actually got a game the other day called Dice Capades. Got it a couple weeks ago. And I listed all the different dice from it. It had over 100 dice in it. And they were like 12-sided, 18-sided, mini 6-sided. And the mini ones were like tiny. I had to take a penny out and put it for size in all of these. I learned that from somebody else's listing on eBay. To just show like how super tiny they were. They were so cute. But I did break all of those up into their respective, like there was 5 of the 18-sided ones and 10 of the 20-sided ones, and I put them all in separate lots. So I'm not missing out on listing dice by any means. This is a token. These are a bunch of little clips. I'm assuming for artwork. There's some money, which I think me fanning them just now was the most they've ever been touched. They are clearly new. Oh, yeah. It even has the white by Parker Brothers one that you would automatically throw away if you ever used it. There's a bunch of cards here. This game is from... Oh, that's telling me about whatever painting is on it. This game is from 1970. It's just like a protector or divider card. So put those cards there. Take out all these clips. And the money. And then I do my favorite part. And I toss the box because it's going in the recycling. They take up so much space. It is so much easier and so much more satisfying to just have little baggies full of game pieces, and they can fit in the little shoebox storage totes. And they're so much easier to store. It's like one step closer to me reselling out of an RV someday is if I can have small things to store. And I'm not really an ephemera person, so the hard part is the average sales price is not high on these. So you'd have to do a lot. You'd have to move a lot of games. But it makes me happy. Like the side hustle of my business is flipping games. I'm just putting these in bags right now, and I will be listing these all separately. But I will look through the instructions and make sure all the pieces are here. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Doesn't look like a super complicated thing. The die will go in my box of dice. So those will get listed separately, especially this money. I always try to put things in the titles. Like I put what game it's from in the year and stuff. Which I should. Another tip: don't actually recycle the boxes until you list things, because most of the time there's a year on either the boards. Almost always have a year and a brand on them. A lot of times the money does, but I'm not seeing it on these. And the instructions should. The instructions do have 1970 Parker Brothers, Salem, Massachusetts, made in the USA. So we're good there. So I put this all together and I will list those later. It's going to be a fun night listing all these games. Next one I have is the museum caper. I think I remember this. I opened it up, saw a bunch of crazy plastic pieces, and thought, there's got to be a piece in there we're selling, because I only get these games for a couple dollars. My local Goodwill is where I get a lot of games. So this one says $5.99. That's the high end of our game prices, and I probably got it half off because they do a half off color week. Every week is a different color, and they go through like 7 or 8 colors. I have the schedule in my phone, so if I'm shopping and I see pink $5.99, there's not a lot of people in my town that are going to buy this game. And if I look at my calendar and see that pink goes on sale next week, I'll say, it's meant to be if it's still here next week. And then I will go look and get it for half the price. So I'm normally spending, most of the games are like $1.99, $2.99. And again, I'm getting them half off a lot of the times. Let's toss the box. So this one was funky. I've never heard of or played this game. We've got some, it comes in English and Spanish. Some instructions here. That's cool. I'll let Spanish one separately, like it. Does still have some blank. So it's from 1991. It does still have some blank pads. It looks like you have to it's kind of like Clue almost, where you have to figure out who stole some art or something and how they did it. I don't know. This is garbage. This pad is good. Let's look in the instructions here and see what we got. Game setup. Dun, 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 dun. I want to know what this is for. Is it just to hide what you're writing as you... I'm assuming somebody has to be the thief. You write down what your route was and what you did, and then everybody else plays the game trying to figure it out. There's a lot of instructions. Oh yeah, motion detectors, how to enter the museum, number of moves. Yeah, okay, well, I don't want to learn the game, and I'm going to part it out. So it's got some cool plastic dice with funky things on it. Got some locks, got a lot of little game pieces, but the part that had caught my eye, and the reason I grabbed it, I needed a reason to grab an old game. I grab all the old games, was this big plastic thing. Still not going to keep this box because it's twice the size of this board. I can ship it in something smaller, but I mean, somebody's got to need this as a replacement, right? 1991. It's in great condition. It's not dirty. Nobody got any Play-Doh on it. I feel like that is what's on a lot of our toys from the 90s, just caked in dried up Play-Doh. Weird food coloring. This isn't yellowed. It's got one little scuff there. It looks great. Let me dump the rest of these pieces out. Do the super fun part. Bye-bye, box. I did hear a piece on the floor here. Don't want to miss that. Maybe I'm going to turn these lights on. Maybe this one. That's a little better. Oh, it's a lot better. Okay. These are garbage. That's probably garbage. Let's look up this game. We're gonna have to re-download this list with us later and mark it as a board game episode of Consignment Chats. Okay, museum, the Great Museum Caper. Yeah, so that plastic part, we got some listed. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what I've sold. I've got those pieces. Do I have that many? Oh yeah, they're just mixed in here. So they're like little sorry pieces. You know, like the little, like that would be in a sorry game. So there's that. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Good. 2, 4, 6, 8 in that one. I don't have an orange one. Neither does that guy. I wonder if an orange one ever really came with it. Look at that. I've got those. Oh, this is going to be glorious to part out. Glorious. I have one that's missing a sticker. Number 3. Number 3 does not have a sticker, but that's okay. The other ones do. That's what replacement parts are for. It'll be fine. $10 just for the instructions. And that's the English one. I also have Spanish. These people need to price their stuff better. I wonder how many score sheets these guys are. Like how many pieces. It doesn't say how many score sheets. Oh, it's a full book. I don't have that many. I will probably add mine to one of the other items, like maybe the dice or something. Just because it's not thick enough to make it its own. Yeah, I've got maybe 15 sheets here. I mean, they are double-sided, but not what it originally was. Awesome. Well, that makes me happy. This is going to be good. I love selling parts. It's going to work out great. Okay. So, bag these up to list later. There's going to be so many listings. Not high dollar listings, but so many listings that are easy. Take a picture of these on the counter. This is a butcher board counter, so I would remove the background on some of them and quick and easy list. So, Mom, are you inspired to list your board games now? Are you like going through your box or your bag of board games? How many board games do you have? Why haven't you brought them to me? Dice in there. A lot of little parts to this. This is good. Little pieces of artwork to set up on the board. The only replacement pieces that I have ever purchased myself are when I've purchased, the 3 is here for this. Well, we must be missing something else. Or maybe it's an extra. I've purchased the little plastic pieces for the Trouble game. And then eventually I just started going, they always get lost. Trouble was a big game in our house. one of the only games that my husband would play. He's just not a game person, but if we could get the kids, and our kids there was 10 years between our two youngest kids, so it was hard to get everybody to agree on something. And have my husband be interested in it at the same time. I'll play any game. I love them all. Give me a good game night. I'm down for it. But Trouble was the only one that everybody agreed on. An annoying popping sound, but it is a fun game. You think they would just play Sorry, which is essentially they're the same game. It just ended up Popper. But no, they like the Popper. But I always was missing those little plastic pieces, little colored plastic pieces. So I did order some online before, probably on eBay many moons ago. But then I just started going to Goodwill and grabbing whatever Trouble game was there, even if it's like the Frozen one or whatever, because it still has the little pieces. And then I have purchased replacement cribbage pegs. Most of you probably don't know what the game of cribbage is, but it's a card game played with a board. There's counting. It's a 2 to 4 person game. Normally 2, but you can play it with more. And we play it a lot. My husband and I play it when we're having dinner, when it's just the two of us. My daughter has known how to play it. It's great for math and teaching kids math and quickly adding points up and stuff. She's known how to play it since she was like 5. So Trouble is your mom's favorite. Yeah. Trouble is a classic game. It's a good game. The popping thing just is annoying sometimes, but my husband loves that game. We haven't played it much anymore. I think it's because my nephew loves the game and he always wins. So we try to play different games with him because he's always beating us. Jill, you love cribbage? I feel like I didn't know that. It's awesome. It's Bill and I seriously, like several times a week, we will sit down, eat dinner. I'll put like some sort of comedy thing on Netflix or whatever, and just like background noise so we can giggle and laugh and, listen to Joe Coy or something on there and play a game or two of cribbage. Depends on who wins or loses and how it goes. Before we go in the living room and watch TV for the night or whatever. I love playing cribbage. I've known how to play it since I can remember. And like I said, Maria learned when she was like 5 or 6, we'd learn at an early age. She was legitimately like competition to us by the age of 7. Yeah. She has not learned how to play euchre though. And that is another thing that everybody up here knows how to play, except my husband. He did not learn until we got married. But I mean, we play at every family gathering and all that. And Maria has never had an interest in it until recently. We said that she should learn. And she said, you're right. I should. So I should hurry up and teach her. I don't think I'm going to sell this. It's not in great condition. I think that will also, I still don't even know what it's for. It will go to the recycling. This guy is going to be kind of a pain, but not, he should, what do you measure here? You're 13, you're 14. Of course, why couldn't you be 12 by 12? That's okay. Piece of garbage. It's Friday night. It's almost 5 o'clock everywhere, right? This is a Smirnoff Ice Smash. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it off on here. I'm probably going to get demonetized and everybody's going to yell at me when they get back. Whatever. They went on a cruise without me. I mean, I was invited and opted not to go, but that's not the point. Let's see here. This is peach mango. So far there's 4 flavors in the pack. I have tried 2, loved one, hated the other. Let's see what this is. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's my favorite or it's great. It is a good, I can't tell which you can taste more, the peach or the mango. It's good. It's tropical. It's fruity. I don't really like carbonated stuff, but it's hard to not get carbonated drinks these days. This one's very lightly carbonated. So I like that. I usually shake things up and make it flat. One of the very first games I ever parted out, the very first game that I ever parted out was a Mario Kart Monopoly. And the whole reason I had done it was because it comes with these type of tokens. And I did the Mario Kart one, and they were all in their little carts. And I sold those pieces. This was like pre-pandemic, like it was a few years ago. I sold those pieces, I think, for like $20, just like this. This is all I did with it. I might have even taken the dice out, or maybe it didn't have the dice. It was a game in rough shape. Some of it was brand new, some of it was missing. So I will look and run comps and see if any of these are worth separately, just to see. But for the most part, this game's only from 2017, but you never know with Nintendo. But for the most part, I will probably just list them like this. It has been opened before. Briefly. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. So I'll take them out and photograph them. But I will probably sell them just like this. Pretty easy to ship when they're like this too, because I can put this in a little cardboard sleeve, wrap it, and send it on its way in another thing. So this has been used. What I like, and I was telling somebody about this the other day, is if you ever see these Nintendo or Mario Monopoly games, they always have the little Mario coins that you see in every Mario thing. There's little cardboard coins. If you find them still like not popped out of their sheet, those also sold really well for me. But there's nothing wrong with these. I will separate them because some of them are just coins, and then some of them have the numbers on them. I will separate them out and sell those separately. Yeah, I think I separated them before. And then I'll sell the cards separately. I usually sell, like, if there's like chance and community chess, like there's normally 2 sets of cards in a Monopoly game. I put them together and just sell, like, they're just the cards. Boom. Same with the deeds. I put all the deeds. I make sure they're all there. Note if there are any missing, because it's not going to hurt it if there's, like one railroad missing or whatever. They're usually trying to replace something. They have some of them. And I'll just put all the deeds as one listing. Now, I did talk to my buddy Todd the other day, and he resells out of California. He lists each individual card, like deed card, and each individual chance card, and that's nuts. I mean, good for him. Not dogging on him at all. I told him to his face, that's crazy. That sounds like a lot of time. And a lot of little listings. I'm sure he's shipping them like in an envelope with a stamp. That is not good for my account health if there's no tracking. I don't know. I would rather just sell them as a set of cards. And I just do my under £1 shipping rate, and we're good to go. Instructions, those will probably just go with the cards. Coins separate, cards and instructions as a listing, and then the tokens as a listing, probably with the dice. And then this board game, I will set in my game of board game, or my pile of board game boards. But I definitely look each one of them up before I decide which ones I'm just going to lot up, especially these smaller ones that just folded like this. You can put it in a bubble mailer. Especially like Nintendo and Mario and stuff might be desirable. I don't know. Okay, there. These guys. Egg. just going to have tiny bags everywhere. Jill, next time we are at some sort of retreat or something, like a game of cribbage in the hotel lobby when we were at Camp Listening Party last year would have been awesome. Chilling out, playing cribbage. Bunch of people looking at us like, what the hell are you playing? And it would have been great. Okay, that is that. Goodbye box. Okay, so both of these Monopoly games. Just this Monopoly game? Oh, so I got the Mario Monopoly and this one, regular Monopoly, at a garage sale the other day. The garage sale, let's just say the girls that were running the garage sale had some very fashionable ankle jewelry. They had a lot of things in disarray at their garage sale. And things were just a little messed up. Oh, yeah. It was sketch. Lots of junk thrown about. Pretty sure the one was sitting on a beanbag in the middle of the yard. Yeah, it wasn't classy. But in their garage, where when I walked in with my husband, I was there with him. When I walked into the garage, the one girl came out dancing and started turning up the boombox that was in there so loud I could barely hear myself think. I just went with it and danced and giggled and but I picked up the Nintendo one and then this one, and I told my husband, I said, I'm only paying like $1 a piece tops because nothing was priced. Paying $1 a piece tops, and the only reason I grabbed this one is because when I opened it, this board is screwed up. It's broken. It's not even like craftable. Because that's what the majority of my regular Monopoly boards go for, is people that are crafting and doing some sort of project. This board's in great condition. Notice that I pulled 2 boards out of here. Yeah, because at some point they had 2 games and they just dumped. Oh, they also had the Game of Life at some point. Well, they don't now. They just dumped it in here. So when I picked it up and I was like, holy cow, that's heavy. There's a ridiculous... They might have had 3 Monopoly games. There are so many tokens in here. And if any of you know Monopoly games, the money's great, the properties are great. I mean, some of these clearly not. They taped that up. They needed to find a replacement game. Like, I don't care about this stuff, but I care about the tokens. And the houses, but mostly the tokens. So let's see here. The houses and the hotels, I mean, I'll list them. I don't really care for them. I'm going to put the dice with that other die earlier. That'll just go in my bin. I'll list the little plastic houses and stuff, but the ones that I really care about are when you find the wooden ones or any specialty ones. My husband's really good at spotting like the Monopoly Juniors, and they'll have like Princess Disney version, or he got like a My Little Pony one the other day, and the tokens were ponies and the houses were, I don't remember, rainbows or something. I didn't really look, but I said, yes, grab that. So those are great. These ones, I don't know if I've ever sold any regular houses, or I'll have to look and see how many I have listed. I might pitch them. They might not even get listed. I don't think they'll sell. But all these tokens, that's what I'm talking about. The money in here is pretty disheveled. These are just basic chance cards. I really don't care about anything else in here. Except that board and all these tokens. I could sift through here and straighten up all this money and stuff, but I have so much basic Monopoly money and cards listed. It's not worth it to me. It doesn't sell that well. Not this version anyways. Now the other versions that have special characters and stuff, absolutely. So that goes to a different game. Here's some more dice. We got extra dice. So didn't even. This car I've never even seen. So I'm used to this Monopoly car. I have never seen this one's like heavier too, older. I'm gonna have to look that one up. It's like a station wagon. It's a station wagon. I probably got a backward seat in the back of that baby. That's always cool. We got a couple ships, a couple thimbles, some money bags, regular cars, cannons, wheelbarrows, boots, dog, cowboys. There are 2 of everything plus the extra car. Yes. Irons, little Scotty dogs, and boots, hats. 2 of everything, and then an extra car, which is the same size and everything. It's like thicker and heavier. So I don't know what kind of game that came from. That's cool. Do I want to keep the houses and hotels? No, I don't. I have enough of those, and I will get more of them. For me, I did end up paying only $1 per box. So I'm not worried about making my $2 back. That'll be no problem. Stuff's not in great shape. So yeah, lots of tokens. Love the tokens. This board. Favorite part? Toss the box. Hey, Laura. Yes, I am live. Hi, Flippin' Jaybird. Oh, Jay. Hey. Yeah, everyone thinks I'm nuts as well. They do. But that's okay. We can be nuts together. I love flipping them too. You say you used to love it. Is that like how I used to love listing shoes, and then all of a sudden I just, for some reason, don't care to ever buy shoes ever again? No particular reason. They sell well. They're easy to clean if I even cleaned them. They're easy to photograph. They're easy to ship. They're easy to store. I just don't care anymore. Molly and Livy left me alone, so I'm just drinking and playing with board game because this is what makes me happy. I didn't know what else to do to keep you all entertained while you hang out with me. Okay, so this is my last board game. I don't have any more unlisted at my house. I went and grabbed all of them. I don't even have any. Nope, that's a lie. I have an Allies and Axis game, or Axis and Allies or something, on consignment that is sitting on my table because I need to research that as to whether I should sell it whole or piece it out. I think I had said I was going to piece it out because it was a newer one. But I do. So this is the only board game left in my house. I will be done with all the board games I have. All of this money is warped. But I might be able to press it because it looks different. This is a Monopoly Here and Now. Nah, it's pretty warped. I will keep these houses because they're like the metallic blue and the silver. So they're different. I think I have some listed, so I'll just add on another quantity to that listing. Oh, this is like a little Prius. These tokens are funky. There's like some Nike shoes. A flip phone. They're not in great condition, but that's okay. There's an airplane, a dog, like a updated dog, some McDonald's French fries, a Starbucks coffee mug, a laptop computer. And that's it. So again, love tokens. That's what I'm here for. Yes, Laura, we have LPD. We've had List Perfectly delist already, but I think it was only on the Pro Plus. So I don't know what you're referring to, but maybe they released it to a different level. They released a merge feature, which is totally different and hard to explain, but there is a demo video. If you go into your List Perfectly catalog, go on the bottom right-hand side where the little chat box is that you, like if you need help and they have a news section in there on the bottom. And Patrick created a 2-minute video that you can watch, and it explains what it does. But otherwise, I'm not sure. Yeah, merge. I can't think of any way that I'm really going to use it in my current workflow, but I do, Consign Cloud goes to Shopify, Shopify goes to List Perfectly goes to all the other places. So the merge is more for if you're trying to merge one of the platform listings, mostly eBay, with your List Perfectly listing, and you want information from this one and information from this one together, is my understanding. You probably won't use it, Laura. I'm not thinking, but watch the video. Yeah, you only save a couple parts now. Scrabble tiles. Yeah, you gotta cater those crafters for sure. Scrabble tiles. I keep kind of with these dice, how I'm just gonna sell them by the pound or half pound or whatever. I just accumulate them. Scrabble tiles are the same. I accumulate them and then sell them as I have a bunch of them to crafters. Probably what I'll do with all these boards. These deed cards aren't any different than the other deed cards, so no, they are. They are. They have different title names. Sorry. They have different space names. Pioneer Square, cell phone service provider, Jacobs Field. Okay. So these I will list. They're in good condition. So that means that these are going to be different. Oh, yeah. You won big at the casino. Yep. That's not like a regular Monopoly game. The money is warped and water damaged, which makes me wonder if this board is going to be musty. Doesn't smell musty. Normally you can tell if a game is bad right off the rip when you open it. No, it smells fine. Looks great. Ooh. That will go in my game board pile. The stuff will all get tossed. I'll leave the instructions. They'll probably get sold with the cards as one listing. Pile of boards. Dump out these contents and put them in a pile of boxes. Okay, so put all of these in a bag. Dun, dun, dun. What's everybody's plans for tonight, for the weekend? Anything cool going on? Garage sales started up here. We do have a very small Coast Guard base here. And they've had some weird ship out dates this year. Every year they have a big garage sale, community garage sale. Their base is only 3 small streets. But their base is also next to our rich, one of our, I shouldn't say rich, but one of our more upscale communities where all the doctors and such live. So it is nice that when the Coast Guard has their sale, all of the surrounding neighborhood does as well. And you can usually get some pretty great things from the surrounding sales. But this year they had some wonky move out dates. So they're doing half of the Coast Guard sales tomorrow and half of the Coast Guard sales in 2 weeks because they were split right down the middle on what ship out dates and when they all wanted to have their sales. So they couldn't agree and they did 2. I've never seen them do 2 before. Everybody's really excited for it. It's a big deal around here. Let me just show. So I went through a bunch of different games, parted them out, and I'm left with just a couple stacks of cards, some tokens, and a few games that I'm going to list whole. And then, of course, that big weird board over there from that museum game. And then over here is my pile of boxes. And that makes me happy because I will straighten that up and that is all getting recycled and I don't have to store it. It is so much easier to store these few little things on this counter than a stack of boxes. Love it, love it, love it. I have a couple more things that I got that I want some opinions on. For anybody that's still watching. And then I'm going to wrap it up. Because what time is it? Oh, I've been on here for an hour and a half. My Lord, y'all probably sleeping. All right. I got these seashells the other day at Goodwill, of all places. They're huge conch shells. No major chips or anything, like no major cracks, like good condition. They were $1.99. I believe I paid full price for them, so $1.99. They weren't half off. But I had to scoop them up because people on like Poshmark and Etsy and said they paid good money for these. Well, they did. I haven't looked them up recently. Maybe they're flooded, but for $1.99 a piece, I figured that can't hurt. I can sell them locally. Worst case scenario. Worst case Ontario. So this is a Rock Creek Casuals. I don't know that brand. It might not be great. I paid up for this. It says $7.99. I'm pretty sure I paid $7.99, which is a lot for me. But when I saw these colors, this color blocking, it's super lightweight. It's so 90s. Like, it's got pockets. It's got pockets. It is a size medium, which I know is not great either. I tried to go for the larger sizes of stuff. But like, there's no stains, there's no rips. I had checked out the inside, made sure the lining was all good, which it is. So what would you guys list this for? I haven't really run comps. I don't think that Rock Creek Casuals is a big deal. I think it's going to be more focusing on, you know, that 90s vibe and the color blocking and the bright pink. Would you guys have picked this up for $7.99? Please tell me. You can tell me no. You can be crazy. Yes, it screams. It's got loud colors. Yes, I will be going to an LP party because I'm hosting the Next List Perfectly party. It is the last party of 10 that I have done this week because the girls left me alone. So I went nuts and I need company. They're not texting me all the time. So yeah, let me know if you would have bought this, what you would list it for. 60 sounds good, Laura. I like that. I'm definitely going to do some research, but I think I'm just going to use mostly focusing on the fact of the style and trends and looking up some trendy tag words, which is not my thing. I'm not a clothing person. I usually don't care about that kind of stuff, but I just thought that was cool. Okay, I think that's it. I have a mountain of pants from Consignment that we started with. I have all these game pieces. And I have names in that and the shells. And that's what I have to list for tonight, which it's what, like 8:30? Yes, so it's not a whole lot of listing going on here. I'll be up for a couple nuts, or a couple hours. I'm reading Laura's thing. She said I'd go nuts. But tomorrow, I am working tomorrow. I'm going to not garage sale because I went to a couple today. They were terrible. I only got a couple things. It wasn't worth my time. It's probably going to rain again tomorrow. I currently don't have a vehicle because my daughter has my car, and tomorrow is prom. There's lots of crazy stuff going on. So this is my job for tonight and tomorrow. I am house sitting until tomorrow night, so I need to have all of this listed. I have my thing of bags and my stuff. I need to have it all listed and packaged and ready to go home and get put in my inventory by tomorrow at like 7 p.m. So the next 24-ish hours, all these. Which this game stuff, I'm like, easy. And then I look at all these pants. And that seems like a lot of stuff. But I can do it. I got it. All right. I am going to head over to List Perfectly in a little bit and do a listing party. So if you have a List Perfectly subscription, you can sign up for a listing party for free. It is part of your subscription, no matter what your level is. And you can go over and network and hang out with people on essentially a Zoom call. And you can watch us list, and I can ask you questions about color blocks and key terms to use. Yeah, and that's how that rolls. And everybody have a fantastic Friday and a good weekend. I'll see you later.